Hello and welcome back to my vlog. I'm outside. Finally getting rid of the snow. We're on to part 17 of the method of Emile Coue. Practice of Autosuggestion, section 3, chapter 11, conclusion, part 2. And tomorrow this wraps up. We saw that in the Nancy Clinic, some of the cures effected are almost instantaneous. It would be a mistake, however, to embark on the practice of induced autosuggestion with the impression that we are going to be miraculously healed in the space of a few days. Granted sufficient faith, such a result would undoubtedly ensue. Nay, more, we have records of quite a number of such cases, even where the help of a second person has not been called in. Here is an example. A friend of mine, M. Albert P. of Bordeaux, had suffered for more than 10 years with neuralgia of the face. Hearing of Coue, he wrote to him and received instructions to repeat the general formula. He did so, and on the second day the neuralgia had vanished and has never since returned. But such faith is not common. Immediate cures are the exception, and it will be safer for us to look forward to a gradual and progressive improvement. In this way, we shall guard against disappointment. It may be added that Coue prefers the gradual cure, finding it more stable and less likely to be disturbed by adverse conditions. We should approach autosuggestion in the same reasonable manner as we approach any other scientific discovery. There is no hocus pocus about it, nor are any statements made here which experience cannot verify. But the attitude we should beware most of is that of the intellectual amateur who makes the vital things of life small coin to exchange with his neighbor of the dinner table. Like religion, autosuggestion is a thing to practice. A man may be conversant with all the creeds in Christendom and be none the better for it, while some simple soul, loving God and his fellows, may combine the high principles of Christianity in his life without any acquaintance with theology. So it is with autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is just as effective in the treatment of moral delinquencies as in that of physical ills. Drunkenness, kleptomania, the drug habit, uncontrolled or perverted sexual desires, as well as minor failings of character, are all susceptible to its action. It is as powerful in small things as in great. By particular suggestions, we can modify our tastes. We can acquire a relish for the dishes we naturally dislike and make disagreeable medicine taste pleasant. So encouraging has been its application to the field of morals that Coue is trying to gain admittance to the French state reformatories. So far, the official dislike for innovations has proved a barrier, but there is good reason to hope that in the near future, the application of this method to the treatment of the criminal will be greatly extended. By way of anticipating an objection, it may be stated that the Coue method of induced autosuggestion is in no sense inferior to hypnotic suggestion. Coue himself began his career as a hypnotist, but being dissatisfied with the results, set out in quest of a method more simple and universal. Conscious autosuggestion, apart from its convenience, can boast one great advantage over its rival. The effects of hypnotic suggestion are often lost within a few hours of the treatment, whereas by the use of the general formula, the results of induced autosuggestion go on progressively augmenting. Here we touch again the question of the suggester. We have already seen that a suggester is not needed, that autosuggestion can yield its fullest fruits to those who practice it unaided. But some persons cannot be prevailed on to accept this fact. They feel a sense of insufficiency. The mass of old wrong suggestions has risen so mountain high that they imagine themselves incapable of removing it. With such, the presence of a suggester is an undoubted help. They have nothing to do but lie passive and receive the ideas he evokes. Even so, however, they will get little good unless they consent to repeat the general formula. But as long as we look on autosuggestion as a remedy, we miss its true significance. Primarily, it is a means of self-culture, and one far more potent than any we have hitherto possessed. It enables us to develop the mental qualities we lack: efficiency, judgment, creative imagination, all that will help us to bring our life's enterprise to a successful end. Most of us are aware of thwarted abilities, powers undeveloped, impulses checked in their growth. These are present in our unconscious, like trees in a forest which, overshadowed overshadowed by their neighbors, are stunted for lack of air and sunshine. By means of autosuggestion, we can supply them with the power needed for growth and bring them to fruition in our conscious lives. However old, however infirm, however selfish, weak, or vicious we may be, autosuggestion will do something for us. It gives us a new means of culture and discipline by which the accents immature, the purpose unsure, can be nursed into strength and the evil impulses attacked at the root. It is essentially an individual practice, an individual attitude of mind. Only a narrow view would split it up into categories, debating its application to this thing or that. It touches our being in its wholeness. Below the fussy, perturbed little ego, with its local habitation, its names, its habits and views and oddities, is an ocean of power, as serene as the depths below the troubled surface of the sea. Whatever is of you comes eventually thence, however perverted by the prism of self-consciousness. Autosuggestion is a channel by which the tranquil powers of the ultimate being are raised to the level of our life here and now. Tomorrow we finish. Make it a great day, and bye for now.